Let's see. Well, it kind of sort of looks like I'm online, so let's go for it. I'm a little bit later today. I did say last week, though, I'd be about an hour later. But as always, with Mercury retrograde, things don't always go to plan, do they? So sometimes I'm a little later than what I thought I was going to be. But never mind, I'm here. So if you're here, don't forget to put your name in the comment box because it won't automatically tell me who's saying good morning and hello. So say good morning, hello, good day, good evening, wherever you're watching from today. And that would be awesome. All right. So my name's Anne-Marie McCormack and I'm a psychic medium. Sometimes I joke and say I'm a psychic extra large, but there you are. Um, and it's great. It's a great day today in England. Arlene says, good morning from Arizona. Good morning, Arlene. I hope you're doing great today. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Mine's been really busy. It's been that typical Mercury retrograde for me, where all the time my mind's going like 50 to the dozen, and I don't know where the heck I am or what I'm doing. Somebody else says hello and waves at me, but doesn't put a name in. Parul says, good morning, good afternoon, Anne-Marie. Debbie says, good morning from Michigan. Nicole says good morning. Diane says good morning from snowy Illinois. Suzette says good morning from California. Mary says good morning. I don't know where you're hailing from, Mary. Put a thing in there. We're talking about spirit messages today. Oh, good morning, beautiful lady. Miss you so much. It's Danielle in Jacksonville. Miss you too, Miss Danielle. Hope you're having fun today. You know, life is about having fun, isn't it? I mean, if we let things get us down, if we let all the seriousness that goes on around us get us down, what a miserable day we'd all be having. But you don't let things get you down. You just get on with it. You just decide to be happy regardless. Good morning, Dawn from Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. It's been a while since I've been there. But I really do like Las Vegas as well. Lots of casinos there, but when you get out and about, there's a lot of fun things to do too. Parul said, I'd absolutely love a spirit message. Well, I'm going to talk about spirit messages today, and we'll see if we get some through. And also, we've got some regular card messages too. So again, pick a pile, because while we're waiting for spirit to join us, we can always pick a pile and see which pile that we feel attracted to, and that will be the forecast for the week. Sometimes what people don't understand is that spirit has no clue about your future. Now you're going to say to me, Anne-Marie, how can that be so? All right, well, think about this. It's logical. When people die, they've not all of a sudden been sprinkled with pixie dust and become all-knowing and the all-powerful Oz kind of thing, okay? They're still the same people that crossed over. So what they have is they have an opinion, same as everybody else. Now they're watching over you and they know you really well, so they can base their opinion based on what they think would work for you. But spirit doesn't have a crystal ball. They're not all knowing once they go over to the other side. They just want what's best for you. And sometimes, you know, they voice their opinions very strongly because they want what's best for you. Okay. Jennifer from Miami. Good morning, Jennifer. Somebody says, please read me. You didn't put your name in the comment box. Angela says, I could sure do with a message from Spirit. Let me tell you how we all get messages from Spirit. We get them every single day from Spirit. Sometimes we might see a feather. We might hear a song on the radio, might we, that reminds us of a loved one. And I'll tell you a great way to understand who's with you at any particular point in time. And it's a quick and easy way to figure out which spirit is watching over you at any particular point in time. But all you've got to do is put your right hand on your heart, not up here, your heart's right down here in between your boobies. And you just got to take a few deep breaths in. You breathe in slowly. And you hold. And then you breathe out. Now an easy way to do that is to count when you're breathing in 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. And then you hold for 5 seconds and then you breathe out. What it does, it takes your consciousness down just a little level to get what we call to the alpha level. When we're on that alpha level, we're much more able to connect in with spirit. So when you've done that, then what you need to do is you need to say, okay, do that 5 times. Breathe in slowly. Hold. Come on, let's all do this together. Right? Are you all ready now to do this together? We're going to breathe in slowly for the count of 5. We're going to hold for the count of 5. We're going to breathe out for 5 real seconds. We're going to do it 3 times. Some of you might need to do it 5 times. And then we're going to ask this question in our mind. Who is the spirit guiding me today? And I want you to put in that comment box who comes to mind, because that will be the spirit guiding you today. Okay, so don't tell you I don't ever teach anything. Well, because you won't say that anyway, because I'm always trying to teach you stuff, aren't I, and help you out. Okay, so breathe in slowly. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, and hold. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, and breathe out. Yeah, just let it all go out. Now breathe in again. And hold. And breathe out. For those of you that just joined us, we're doing just a light exercise to calm us down a little so we can see who's guiding us today. Now breathe in again last time. 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now imagine in your mind that you're talking to spirit. Who's the first person in spirit that enters your mind? Because that's the person that's guiding you today. Put them in the comment box, please. Let me know it's worked for you. Okay? Because it works more often than not. Okay? Somebody says, hello, love and light from Ohio, Rhonda. Kerry says, hello. Becky says, I've not been on for a while, had a social media break. Me too. I only come back last week. Good morning, dear lady. I don't know who you are, but good morning to you. Okay, don't forget to put your name in the comment box. I don't always see your name. Somebody is on our YouTube channel. They've subscribed to the YouTube channel, so good morning to you. Dawn says, my mom. Great. Parul says, my dad. Nicole says, my mom. Come on, who else has seen somebody guiding them like that when we just breathe in for 5 seconds, really? We hold for 5 seconds. And then we breathe out for 5 seconds, and we do that 3 to 5 times. And then you'll get, you just say to spirit, right, which one of you is guiding me today? And it just pops into your head. Hello, Laura. Just notice it says LR. Well, hello, Laura. My communication guide. Get a name, Kerry. Okay, my grandma. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Now, don't forget on here, I'll never send you a friend's request. It's only scammers that do that. But I tell you what I will do for all my loyal followers. If you're a follower to the page and you subscribe, put a comment in the comment box and send me a private message from this page. Send me a private message. And if it comes up that you're a follower and I feel drawn to you, then I will send you a private message. I'll get as many out to you this week as I possibly can. So if you're watching on playback, it's not too late to ask me for a message, okay? Oh, Brenda says, good morning, Brenda. Hello, Brenda. I hope your move's gone well for you. Suzette says, my mother and father. That's lovely. See, our loved ones are never far from us. They're not lost. It's just like they've gone into the next room. And they're sending us signs all day long. Like sometimes we see a white feather. Sometimes we think, how on earth did that feather get there? I was sat on a train once with a friend of mine, and we were talking about spirit contact and how spirit lets us know that they're around. And literally, seriously, we sat on a train. There's no movement. It's just the train. And it's a new train, so it's not even going chicka-chickum like the old trains used to go. And all of a sudden, as we're talking about how Spirit contacted us, a white feather floated down off the luggage rack right in front of us. We looked up and there was no suitcases, there was no bags or suitcases or anything in the luggage rack. This just feather appeared from nowhere. And that's how it is with Spirit sometimes. These messages appear from nowhere. Okay. So somebody says, good morning, miss. Yeah, make sure you put your name in the box. Cheryl says, good morning from Jacksonville. It was her mom. I'm glad it was your mom, Cheryl. Okay. Coleman Taylor says, they rents. I don't understand that comment. Sorry. Mary from Wigan gets George. Yay, Mary. I'm glad you got George watching over you. So you can repeat this. You can just save this video and you can repeat this little exercise anytime you want. And if you need help, it'll come to you. But don't forget, when we see feathers, however they come to us, mysteriously or not, when we see pennies, when we see robins, when we see ravens, the blackbirds, the magpies, all kinds of different things, butterflies, dragonflies, anything can give us a message from Spirit. Karen says good morning, and Diane says good morning. She got her grandma. I'm glad you got your grandma. It's really nice to get your grandma. Now I'm going to show you another way. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put my name in. Good morning, I miss you. Denise from Orlando. Hey Denise, I hope you're doing okay. All right, I'm going to show you another way to get a message. A quick and easy message from Spirit. So you can all figure that out. You know, figure it out and get a message whenever you want, okay? You don't have to wait for me or you don't have to book a private appointment. If you just want a quick message from Spirit to verify that you're on the right track or they think you're on the right track, you can do this at any time, okay? Right, I'm just going to pick the closest book to me off my bookshelf, right? And interestingly, it's Louise's Hay book, You Can Heal Your Life. I do refer to this from time to time. Now I'm going to say, all right, Spirit, I'm just going to breathe. I'm going to say, what's the message for today? And I'm going to look in Louise's book. I'm going to open it at random, message for today. And I'm going to point to a paragraph. And interestingly, the throat represents our ability to speak for ourselves, to ask for what we want. When we have throat problems, it usually means we don't feel that we have the right to say these things. We might feel inadequate about standing up for ourselves. Sore throats are always anger. If a cold is involved, there is mental confusion, okay? So the throat represents our ability to speak. So Louise is telling us, speak out today. She's telling me to speak out. So, like I said, you can just open the book. You watch me do it. Any book. Could be the Bible. It could be the Reader's Digest. It could be any book at all. And just say, right, Spirit, give me a message. And just open it and point. Okay? And you'll get a message. All right? So good morning, Kathleen from Ohio. Good morning. Now here's the card piles for the week. And like I said, if anybody sends me a PM this week, I'm going to try and answer you with a private personal message. So whether I get to all of you or not, I don't know. But where I feel drawn, I'll just take a couple of hours one day and I'll just say, right, Spirit, give me messages for these people. And I'll see what I can come through. Okay. Kerry says, fantastic. I've recently loaned that book to my dad. This, you know, the Louise Hay book, You Can Heal Your Life. I mean, I've read it so many times. And if you've ever watched the movie's really great. When I'm really feeling down and depressed or sorry for myself, that's the movie I tend to watch. That and a lot of kick-ass movies. If there's a movie with a woman kicking butt and taking names and conquering evil, that's the movie I'm going to be watching if I feel down in the dumps, as well as You Can Heal Your Life. And I think I've got about 3 copies of that book of Louise's. I've got loads of books, but that one I've got 3 copies of. I've got one here, I've got one in my home in Florida, and I've got one in my office in Florida. So I've always got it as a reference guide, because whenever anybody has a health issue, I always look at Louise's book to see where it corresponds to, because it usually corresponds to something that's important to them. Okay, so you've loaned your book to your dad, Kerry. Make sure you get it back and maybe take some time to read it with him. And just before I go on to the card messages, they're from the Sixth Sense Connection Oracle cards. I'm the author. I won an award for the Best Divination product from the Coalition of Visionary Resources in 2020. So, and I'm just about to go within the next 2 months. The first workbook should be available on Amazon, and anybody that's bought the cards should be able to download it. Yeah, for a very, very reasonable cost. All right, so here's the 3 piles. The first pile I've got a piece of jade on. The second pile I've got some alestral quartz on. And the third pile I've got some snakeskin agate on. So pick a pile that relates to you, or that says pick me, I'm yours. And then we'll do the readings based on that pile for the week. Yeah, what are the trends for the week? Good morning, Heather. Now, I think I've said good morning or good afternoon to everybody that's on here so far. If I haven't called your name, it's because I'm not seeing you. So make sure you're a follower to the page, okay? Make sure you're a page follower. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you are a subscriber. And if I haven't said good morning to you, I can't see you. So make sure that you can see me. Make sure that you just keep putting things in there and making sure, looking up to the top of the page to make sure you're a follower and that you subscribe. Now, the cards, you can get them from all good bookstores and you can get them from Amazon. And if you have Prime, they're there for you the next day or whatever. Okay, so that's all about that. So, what are the rules? I'll never ask you for a private reading. If you want a private reading, go to the top, sixthsenseconnection.com. You can book one with me, or you can book one with Trish or Cherie. I don't have a whole bank of psychics. I only have the ones I know personally and trust to do great readings for all y'all. And I am still available for appointments. Okay. So, and if somebody pretends to be me and tries to scam you, take a screenshot of what they're asking you to do and asking you where to go. Like some of them say, oh, this is Anne-Marie, and they duplicate my page and they clone my photos and they clone my videos. Take a screenshot of that, send it to Facebook as a complaint and say this person is a scammer. Please stop them immediately. And Facebook will be right on it, okay? But without that, they can't do anything, because usually by the time they get round to trying to investigate these reports, that person's page is back to normal. So screenshots is what Facebook prefers to see. Don't forget to invite your friends to like my page. And if they like my page and the page followers and the subscribers to YouTube, and send me a personal message. Like I said, this is the week where I will try and get some personal messages back out to people via Messenger. So if you want a message me, and I'll take a couple of hours one day and I'll just go through them and see what messages I get for people. Okay? Right, so let's go to these piles now, and if we get any more messages from Spirit, I'll give them to you as we're going along. Right, pile number 1 has got the jade on it. So I'm going to move these other 2 piles down, and let's see what the week brings for pile number 1. Okay, the first, we've got imagination, we've got forgiveness, we've got power. So when we're looking at cards and we're reading them intuitively, we've got to step back and we've got to say, okay, what's what? We've got imagination, we've got forgiveness, we've got power. Right, so when we look at the first one, we look at imagination. So what do we need to imagine? We need to imagine a world. Do we need to imagine a world where we never screwed up? No, we just need to imagine that, knowing what we know now, we probably would have done things differently, because hindsight is always 20/20. We don't have hindsight. We don't know what we could have done differently. Well, we do now, but back then we did the best with the information that we knew then at that point. I don't think many of us would want to out and out be mean or nasty to people. So use your imagination and decide that with the information that you had at the time, you did the best that was available to you. You made the best choices. You gave people the benefit of the doubt. When you give people the benefit of the doubt, sometimes they show you that you was right to do that. Sometimes they show you that you was wrong to do that. So if you're wrong in giving somebody the benefit of the doubt, it speaks to their nature. It says they're an arsehole, not you. If you give them the benefit of the doubt and they still did the dirty on you, that's not your fault. That's their bad. Okay, so don't take that on yourself. The next card in this spread is about forgiveness. So why do we need to forgive? Well, we need to forgive everybody, including ourselves. We need to say, okay, you did the dirty on me. That's on you. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to hold a resentment about it, because when you hold a resentment, that's like taking poison inside yourself. I'm just going to let it go. Going to let God take care of it, the universe take care of it, karma take care of it, whatever your belief system is. You just let it go. Because once you've let it go, it's not eating at you anymore. And that's the most important thing. It's not hurting you. It's not eating at you. Doesn't mean what they did was okay. Doesn't mean that you have to let them back in your life. It gives you permission to put it behind you and move on. And it gives you permission to quit second guessing yourself and imagining that you could have done things differently. Because you couldn't, could you? With the information that you had at the time, you made the best choice available. End of. Even I don't get insight into things that are fated and that are on my path. If it's fated, if it's something I'm supposed to grow through and not just go through, then I'm not going to have any advanced knowledge. I'm just going to have to trust my gut and go with it at the time. All right? So if we can forgive ourselves, we can let ourselves off the hook, we can give ourselves permission to move forward. Doesn't mean we have to let this person back in our lives. Doesn't mean what they did was okay. What it does mean is it's not rent and expense in my head anymore. I'm done. I'm going. I'm off. I'm happy. Right? Because once we've done that, what do? Ooh, I got the power. We get our power back. We're grounded in our power. We're no longer giving our power away to somebody else. We know that we made the right choices. We know we did the best at the time. Shit happens. Bad things happen to good people. People do bad things sometimes. Sometimes they do great and awesome things, you know. But don't let that bother you, because when somebody does something mean and nasty, it's about them. It's about who they are. You can't change people that don't want to be changed. You can't keep doing good things for people that don't appreciate it. Forgive yourself, take your power back, and just move forward. And you'll be glad you did, because you'll just feel so strong, so powerful. You'll know that you're one in a million. Your destiny is to stand out from the crowd anyway and do well. So just keep on doing well. And just don't pay them another mind, because that's the best revenge, is not paying people any attention whatsoever. Just letting it go and letting God and saying, I'm chalking that one down to experience. So, and I'm not going to give them the opportunity to do it to me again. So that was pile number 1. Let's look at pile number 2 for the week. What have we got here? All right. Okay, we've got the martyr card. We've got patience and we've got fearless. Okay, so why have we got the martyr card? Well, the martyr card, or we can call it the mum card, it's always about self-sacrifice. It's always about doing too much for everybody. So quit doing too much for everybody, because their issues and their problems are their problems. You don't need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders now, do you? You just need to fix what you can fix, and let people who are adults, let them fix their life and their problems. You know, sometimes you think, but I'm not a martyr, I'm a hero. No, a hero does a good deed once in a while. A martyr feels without their sacrifices, the others would not do well. Okay, so make sure that you understand that you've got to stop being a martyr. Okay, don't be a martyr. Instead, step back, take a look, decide. If they can't do it for themselves, teach them how, show them how, encourage them to stand on their own 2 feet. It's only if somebody's disabled or a small child that they can't learn how to do things for themselves, don't do they? So if you pick pile number 2, the first card is the fact that you've been too much of a mother to everybody about everything. So quit being the martyr, and every time it comes into your head about wanting to take over and wanting to do things for people who haven't even asked sometimes, by the way, just make sure that you affirm, I am putting myself first. and I allow my loved ones to work on their own issues. So that one again is I am putting myself first and I allow my loved ones to work on their issues. The next card that comes out in this selection is the patience card. Has anybody ever paid for patience? I know I have. What happens when you say, oh, please give me patience? You ask the universe for patience. Oh, God, give me patience. They're getting on my last nerve. Normally what happens then, all hell breaks loose. Things get worse. Things do not get better. And anybody that's ever prayed for patience will tell you that. If you prayed for patience, it's kind of like saying, bring it on, bring everything on that you can at the moment, and so I can actually decide that I'm not going to let anything bother me. Okay, so this is all about being patient with yourself. Rome wasn't built in a day, so that you can be patient with others. Sometimes we get very impatient when the path forward seems blocked, and on Friday we're going to be talking about being stuck and blockages. So on Friday we're on blockages and being stuck. I'm just going to write myself a note. Stuck and blockages, because that just came to me. So that's what we'll talk about on Friday, about removing blockages and being stuck. But now we're talking about being patient, deciding that no matter what goes on right now, today, it is the right time. We're at the right time. We're in the right situation. We're at the right place. Because if we weren't meant to be in this place, we'd be in a different place, wouldn't we? So what is it we need to learn from our current situation so that we can move on? So ask yourself that. Ask, what do I need to learn so that I can move on? And if you've got the Sixth Sense Connection Oracle cards, or you want to find out, get some from Amazon or your local bookstore, shuffle them and ask Spirit that question. What do I need to learn so that I can move on from my current situation? It's a very good question to ask, and the cards will answer you. All right. The next card out is the Fearless card. So this is saying, please be fearless in anything and everything. Okay? Be fearless, right? You see that little girl on that card? She's just moving forward. She's actually got an eagle at the back, and she's moving forward. She's got an eagle in her hands, and she's saying, I know, I've got wisdom, I've got knowledge. You think you're all that in a bag of chips. You think you can scare me. Well, you can't scare me. I'm moving forward. I'm not scared of you, and I'm not scared of nothing or nobody. But that little girl doesn't always, she's got the knowledge at the back of her. She's got the eagle at the back. She's not telling what she knows. She's keeping that eagle at the back of her to prove that she's got the wisdom, but she doesn't have to share it. All she's got to share is, I am frightened of nobody. I'm not going to forget everything and run. I'm going to face everything and rise, because the real F word is fear. Okay, so with that, you can face everything and rise. So if you quit being the martyr, stop trying to have that mum energy, trying to solve everybody and everything's problems. You're more patient with yourself, because Rome wasn't built in a day. You're patient with others. You let them to get things done in their time and not your time. And you understand that when you want things to change, nothing happens before it's time. Divine timing always has a different time schedule than what we do. Stay fearless. Face things head on. Don't run. Face everything and rise. And you'll be glad you did this week. Okay, the next pile out. Let's go to the next pile. And we're going to go to pile 3 now. So if you're watching before, what am I like? If you're watching this after the playback, and the first airing of this is Monday the 24th of January. My name's Anne-Marie McCormack, and I'm a psychic medium, and I am the creator of the Sixth Sense Connection Oracle cards. Right, now, the first card out in this pile is the mystery. And for this image, I chose Stonehenge. Why did I choose Stonehenge? To represent life's mysteries? Because there isn't always an easy answer. We've had scientists trying to figure out Stonehenge for donkey's years, and they've got no further on, have they? Certain things will always be a mystery. Spirit mysteries. Sometimes the answers come to us at the equinoxes or the solstices. So watch for the spring equinox for answers to your questions. Watch again at the summer solstice, because that which you're seeking an answer to probably isn't ready yet. The answer might be elusive. It's going to happen in divine time and not your time. So this is the first time of this. The second card in this batch is the bridge. Now, when we talk about bridges, we don't talk about burning them. We talk about building them. We're talking about building bridges of communications. We talk about leaving the past lovingly behind and walking forward to the future. We talk about being open to better days, better solutions, better ways, because, at the end of the day, life isn't about winning or losing. When we cross over to spirit, they don't say, oh, she had a lovely car. Oh, she had a nice big posh house. They don't say things like that. They say, oh, she's helped so many people. She had such a good heart. She was a good person to turn to in your time of need. So again, the bridge is about understanding who you are. You're a spiritual person having a human experience. And part of that is getting on in life, but playing the game right. Being good to yourself. Being good to others too. Being a good example. Being somebody with high morals, good values, and kindness and willingness in your heart. So with that in mind, if you're having a problem with relationships, it's best to compromise. Ask for their point of view. Their point of view might not be your point of view. It could all be different. Doesn't mean it isn't a good point of view. It just means it's different one to yours, okay? So learn to compromise. And it's also natural to feel apprehensive when crossing bridges and building bridges. But be apprehensive with goodness in your heart. Be looking forward. Don't be fearful about it. Be looking forward to think, oh, what good things are in store for me across that bridge. Things are only going to get better from here on in. Affirmations like, I am prepared to see things differently. I am filled with love, hope and joy. All these things work for you, okay? And then the next card that I have out in this one is home. Right, so we've talked about the bridge. I'm prepared to see things differently. I'm prepared to do things differently. I'm prepared to go from one way of life to another. That's the bridge. And then we go to home. Well, what could this be about? This could be about doing a makeover on you, doing a makeover on your spiritual health, your physical health, the health of your home, the health of your well-being. This could be about diet, exercise, because don't forget your home, your body is home to your spirit, and to your mind, and to all those other body parts. It all represents your body. But if you've got clutter in your house, get rid of the clutter. If you've got clutter in your thoughts, start writing lists of what I can do, what I should be doing, what I can't do, what I'm not going to do. Write lists down, okay? Because if you write a list, you'll find that you'll probably get through your list every day. So, and home is a great place to be. It makes us feel warm. It makes us feel wonderful. It makes us feel comforted. So make sure that you get rid of the clutter in yours, because clutter clogs up the energy. Again, it's something else that creates a clog and creates a blockage in your energy. We want everything to flow. Right, now I'm going to get round to the messages now, individual messages. So who's here and who wants messages? Who's been on the start since the beginning, since I started talking, and who wants a message? Okay, put your name in the box now. And let's see, I've been on 33 minutes now, so let's see who's still with me. All right, who's still with me? I'm not seeing any messages at the moment, but I can see there's quite a lot on board. According to what I've got here, there's a lot on board. Suzette's here, Dawn's here, Kerry's here, Lana's here. You should always put your name in the message box so I know that you're here. Okay, Suzette. Let's see what we've got for Suzette. Suzette, have you been feeling like nothing's going your way lately? Because I just feel like I've got a spirit, and spirit saying she just feels like she's just pissed off with everything and nothing's been going my way. And I feel that this is your mom from spirit. Have you been feeling like this, Suzette, lately? Can you let me know if I'm with... Yeah, she says yes. She says yes. Okay, Suzette. Your mom's telling you just to It will be all right. Not to worry. It will be all right. But she says you've got to help yourself. She says your mother was one of them for getting up and getting on with things. She wasn't a lady for dwelling on things. And she says, and you're not either normally. This is unusual for you. So you just got to get on, get moving, get onwards and get upwards, Miss Suzanne. And you've got to be more patient with yourself. So I wonder if you pick pile 2, because she's telling you to have more patience with yourself. Okay? And she's sending you much love. She says you're a good one. She said, our Suzette's a good one, and I'm sending her much, much love. Much, much love. Okay? Right, let's see where I'm going now. Laurie. Okay, Laurie. Would love a message, Laurie. I'm getting lots of men around you in spirit, Laurie. I feel like you've lost quite a few men in the family. Oh, and there's a lady as well. I feel that this is... Oh, 2 ladies. Oh, there's lots of spirit around you. I'm getting 3 men, 2 ladies. I'm getting health conditions. I'm getting cancers. I'm getting brain cancers. And I think it could be with a male and a female where that's concerned. But yeah, they're related to you, but I don't feel that they're related to each other. This is what Spirit's telling me. See, they tell you such weird things, and you'll know better than me. You will know better than me. Laurie says I have. She understands where I'm coming from. Spirit wants you to let go of the word when. For some reason. When this happens, I'll do this. When that happens, I'll do this. When this, when that, then this. Get rid of the word when. Stop it. Change it with the word now. I will do this now. Okay? Laurie says my grandparents, uncle, dad and stepdad. Ah, bless. Ah, bless. But the Spirit's telling you to get rid of the word when, Laurie. Replace it with the word now, because he's saying that you keep getting ready to get ready. You're procrastinating way too much, and you've got to get things done now, because you're a good person. You're a lovely person. You're a good mom. You're a good daughter. You're a good grandmother, and it's time that you had some fun in your life, okay? Because you're a hip grandmother. You're a young grandmother, okay? Let's see who else. Let's see who else I've got a message from. Let me see. Who else is here? Come on, Spirit. Who have you got a message for? Let me see. I'm just looking up and down the list here to see who's jumping out at me. Parul, are you with us, Parul? I think Spirit's trying to talk to me about you. They're trying to talk to me about you, telling you not to conform, not to go along to get along, to be yourself, sweetheart. Because I just feel like that you're trying to be everything to everybody. Well, sod that. That doesn't work. Be true to yourself, Miss Parul. Or Mr. Parul. I think you're female. It feels a female energy. So Parul, be true to yourself. Do you understand that? I feel like you need to be true to yourself. I also feel like that well, Spirit's telling me that you're trying to be manipulated in some way. And we don't want you to feel manipulated. We want you to just go right. Go and just do your own thing. Don't be manipulated. Don't be manipulated into doing other people's will. So I have a golden rule where that's concerned, and it's if I didn't see it with my own eyes or I didn't hear it with my own ears, then I'm not going to pass comment. And that should work for you too, Parul, okay? Because like they're saying, they don't want you to be involved in all that. They don't want you to. I think that, and the people that are trying to do this, they're not trying to be mean to you. They're trying to do things for your own good. But I mean, you know what's good for you. You do. You don't have to be listening to what other people think is good for you when you know what's good for you. Okay? Now, I think that's about what I've got for today. But send me a personal message on my page here. And if I get something for you, I'll respond to you before Friday. I'll be back on at Friday, about 2 p.m. in the UK, which is going to be about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Florida. And I don't know what time it is in Australia, but it's going to be late in the evening in Australia. But I will be back on then with messages from Spirit and Oracle card messages. So I guess that's all for today, folks. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Okay. Perul says, thank you very much for my message. You're very welcome, Perul. Okay, you be okay. Love and blessings to everybody. Have a wonderful week. Take care now. Bye-bye.